like to welcome to the stage the Chief Executive Officer from Ajmal Perfumes, Ajmal's brand transformation journey, Mr. Abdulla Ajmal. Please welcome him to the stage.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Good afternoon. They got the music wrong. It was supposed to be the Pirates of the Caribbean music coming in. Guys, before I take you through, so I've got 10 minutes to talk to you, and before I take you through a few lessons that I can share with you, not that I can share a lot, because mashallah, within this room there are hundreds of years of experience. Many of you may not be aware of what Ajmal is, so I would like to take this opportunity to introduce Ajmal to you through a film. So please.
Over 300 showrooms globally, across 50 countries around the world, and over 7 decades of legacy in perfumery. We are Ajmal Perfumes. We are a global essence that is crafting memories. Ajmal is a farm-to-fragrance brand. We grow our own materials and ingredients. We own 10 million plus agarwood trees in our plantations in Assam, India. We cut and chisel our agarwood and distill it in dags to obtain our superlative oud oil. We also grow many essential oils. Ajmal is all about crafting ingredients. Ajmal is one of the largest perfume manufacturers globally. Our manufacturing hub is state-of-the-art. A 150,000 square foot factory in Dubai with manufacturing units, a full automated packaging division, an extensive research and development wing, and blending, filling and packaging done using the latest European technology. We produce more than 100,000 bottles of perfume every day, including our signature collection, prestige collection, and classic collection. Ajmal is all about crafting quality. Ajmal has more than 300 Crafting Memories showrooms across 50 plus countries, with products available across 1,000 plus global distributors and dealerships. Our exclusive retail experiences include Eternal by Ajmal. Our exports division supplies products to key global shopping destinations. Our travel retail products are available at many renowned airport duty-frees and aboard many respected international airlines. Our online e-commerce, shop.ajmalperfume.com, is growing. We add new products, showrooms and retail touchpoints every day. Ajmal is all about crafting a global essence. This is what Ajmal Perfumes is truly about. From farm to fragrance, crafting ingredients, crafting quality, crafting a global essence. Rooted in the age-old, growing into the new age.
Thank you, guys. So, when I was told that I've got about 5 minutes to speak in this August audience, I thought, how do I address it? Because let's face it, I mean, it's very difficult to be inspirational unless you are part of a startup or you have done something marvelous for the last 50 years or something like that. So I figured, let me create an acronym for you and share with you each of those adjectives with a little bit of an anecdote. So the acronym is CARE. What do I mean by CARE? CARE starts with courage. See, courage, why? Because I'm the 3rd generation in the business. We are now 72 years young. And my grandfather, when he actually escaped from his home in this remote village in Assam in the northeast of India, it was not an easy job because trains were difficult to find, and his father, because generations of ours have been farmers, so, and his father, my great-grandfather, was very opposed to business because he believed that in business you have to cheat. So he always said, no, stick to farming. Whereas my grandfather always believed that if I have to think about sustainability, about my family, and the greater good, and I will come to that, then I need to do something which is non-farming. Because at that time, it's not like today. Today, farming has a lot of technology. You know, you're able to sustain, you're able to predict. There are many technology-driven help that is given today, but it wasn't so at that time. So he took the courage, he had the guts to run away from, he actually ran away from home. My grandmother actually left a little window open where he jumped out of and went and caught the train at that time. So it was the courage of doing that. More importantly, he took the train to Bombay, which was thousands of kilometers or hundreds of kilometers at least from Assam, without knowing where he's going to land up. So the first was courage. Second was action. Action because he was not a graduate. Forget about graduate, he's barely been to school. So he didn't know where to go. He was directionless. But he had the guts and the faith in Allah to try different things. And eventually he realized and was informed that there is a commodity called oud, which is grown literally in the backyards. The best quality oud in the world comes from India, just for your information. It's also grown in many of the Far Eastern countries, but people, particularly in the region of UAE, Qatar, etc., love the quality of India. So he had the guts to actually take he started with going to the jungles, getting the wood, the incense, and passing on to traders who would then take it to Bombay. Now, in Bombay, he knew that these people were trading with these Arabs. Now, who were these Arabs? Where did they come from? These guys had no idea because they grew up. The closest thing to Arabs they knew was what they read in the Quran and Hadith. So he then had the sense of actually moving, and that was the vision. He said, why should I give it to somebody else? Let me go to the customer. And that's how he started traveling to Bombay. And then in the 60s, he said, why not travel to the ultimate customer? And he came to the GCC in the 60s. A funny story, it was 65, early 60s. He actually landed in Sharjah because Dubai didn't have an airport. Can you just imagine that time? Anyway, he had very, very good relations with some of the large families in the region, both royal families, high net worth individuals, and prominent families of the region. And alhamdulillah, that's how the name started growing. In fact, so much so that we decided to take the surname of ours and the brand name behind our patriarch, Ajmal, because his name was Ajmal Ali. So today we're named Ajmal because his name was Ajmal. He took the bold step of taking the courage and the action. Then comes reflection. I still remember when I joined the business, one of the things Dad said to me, and I try and do it, I can't say I do it every day, but I know that a lot of management gurus say the same thing, that when you are at night, when you're going to sleep, think about the day. Think about what are the things you did. Did you add value? Or did you do something wrong that you could fix the next day? So R is for reflection. I have practiced it. My father has practiced it all his life. He's had a very, very tough time. I mean, I didn't see my father for almost 8-10 months a year, because he would be in the jungles in different areas procuring oud. So much so that he's actually spent 4 days with a corpse, because that was the commitment. One of the members of the group passed away, and there was a storm, they couldn't come back, so they had to spend time with the corpse, and they decided that they would take the corpse back to the family, because it wouldn't be right for them not to see their the member after he's passed. So there is a lot of reflection in that, and I believe that every evening when we lie down, we think about it. It's just you and God. And then you think, okay, what are the things you did? Intentionally, unintentionally, good, bad, ugly, what have you. And then we see what can we do to fix it. And last but not least is effect, or we can say empathy. So our organization is based on 2 aspects. My grandfather started it for sustainability, to feed himself and his kids. And second was the region that he came from, it was very, very backwards. There was no medical services. Today, I would not get into it. We don't talk about it. That's also one of our foundations, that we don't talk about a lot of the social responsibility work that we've done. I can see the red flashing over there, so I'll wrap it up very quickly. So it's the empathy for the region. And our family inculcates and imbibes into us the feeling that if you are going to do something, it has to somehow eventually benefit not just the people around you, your relatives, and then your community. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to me for now. Before I leave, a small anecdote that my experience in life says is, unfortunately, we don't have very young people over here, but I always tell my young cousins joining the business that the sooner you get screwed in life, the better for you. And that is a life lesson. Thank you.